I mean, a lot of our listeners, a lot of WorkAbility members are, you know, 1 or 2 person shops, right? It's not a 10-person shop. You know, for them, let's just say that they have a, you know, run rate of, you know, their burn, and this whole thing happened, they lost their clients. How would you advise them to manage their capital?
Well, what we want to start with before we get to that, I want to start with something, I did call it before, they calling it right now, flatten the curve. So we're going to talk about that, but from a business perspective.
Let's talk about it. Flatten the curve.
Absolutely. So it's all mental. It's all mental. Business is mental, and it's energy. If you have the right energy, if you have the right mental, no matter what, you will have some difficulties, but in the end of the day, you will get where you need to get to. So flattening the curve, a lot of entrepreneurs in those early stages, 1 to 5 years, they're 1 or 10 employees, it doesn't matter. They always live in a high-low environment. At one point in 10 minutes, they're so excited, they just landed a client, they're really excited about it, and then 10 minutes later, they're depressed.
Yeah.
And we all run it through that as entrepreneurs. So the first thing we want to work on in a recession, or in any day, actually, even in a great economy, is a flattening that curve. And instead of the highs and lows, you want to flatten it. So if you got your greatest client and you're excited, it's okay to celebrate, but don't take it to an extreme level, because there's going to be a side effect to that. In the side effect, later, you're going to be so emotional, so excited when you get a client, and then you're going to be so disappointed in yourself when you receive a negative feedback, or when you lose a client. And that kind of roller coaster that you're going up and down all the time in, it's really detrimental for your business success and how you scale up, because a lot of those entrepreneurs has a huge passion about going high and going big. You're not just looking, this is where we're gonna make it, is mom and pop shop. They want to go big, and if you want to go big, you gotta work on that. That's the first step, flattening the curve. By when you get your greatest client, celebrate, but celebrate with moderation. When you get your greatest compliment from a client, also enjoy it, but don't enjoy it too much. Just think of it as this is part of the business. So on the flip side of that, when you get a compliment, a complaint, or you lose a client, it's just a business. Once you get to that level, then your head is straight and you're more focused and you're making the right business decision instead of emotional business decision, which is a tough thing, as you know, being an entrepreneur. So that's the first thing I would say. You have to be creative. Now in recession and being 1 or 2 employees and starting the business, you're in a survival mode. You want to be able to try to isolate yourself as a person from the business. Do not be the business all the time. Once you start doing that, you start thinking clearly and schedule your time better. Schedule your time to be the marketer, to be the CEO. Schedule your time to be the admin. Schedule your time. Do not just be everything and anything at any given moment.